Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Shootaround Sessions Podcast with me, your host, Tawasi C, and my man,
Randy B. You know how it is.
We here. It's been a minute, but we here. You know, forgive us. Life be lifing sometimes, but we around. We still going. You know what I mean?
Life be lifing, snowstorming, all type of stuff. So
it's been rough.
I just dug out from the snow, so now I'm free to do a show now.
Man, I'm telling you, you dug out one day, then you had to dig out a whole nother day again.
I'm telling
like
you, it's
it was rough, but we survived. But we gonna kick this thing off, and we gonna talk about who they say we biased towards, but our New York Knicks. We coming off of a win last night, and we've been on a little bit of a streak. You know, we was getting beat down the other day. Now we kind of going, you know, it's our little up and down kind of thing. So how you feeling? How we looking? How are things going for you right now? How you feeling about our team?
I got to be real with you. Mm-hmm. So I had to come to just a realization and an acceptance. I'm not going to stress myself out when it comes to the Knicks. Meaning, yes, I'm going to enjoy the wins, the play, everything. Personally, I don't think this is the year. I think I can honestly say that. I don't think this is the year because the way we got beat up by Detroit and the way we couldn't hold it together against the Cavs, even though I think we could beat the Cavs in the playoffs, but still, I don't know if we have, I don't know if we're there. As of this recording, we play OKC tonight.
Yeah.
We got to see how that goes. We might pull it off. We might not. If we lose, I'm not getting upset anymore. I'm not sitting down soaking about it. I'm not sitting down thinking. But like I said, I've accepted the fact that I don't expect a chip this year. If we do, there's certain things that got to fall into place for it to happen. If we do, I'll be happy. But right now, my expectations have lowered because of the inconsistent play of the Knicks.
Yeah, that one hurt a little bit.
I know.
I mean, I'm not going to change my tune yet. I'm not saying championship, but I will be honest, and I will say we are going to be a contender, and we have to get out of the East. Do I think we have what it takes to get out the East? Yes, I do. But the problem is, like you said, it's the inconsistent play. I don't think they really lock it in. Like they bullied up the Raptors last night, and it's the Raptors. You know what I mean? Like they one of those mid-tier teams, and I knew we was gonna get the double on that. I knew. You know what I mean?
We also bullied up the Spurs, so which is a great.
We know we can bully up the Spurs, though. We know we can do that. We know we like that time. Champagne went off of us in that game, and I told you it was not gonna happen again. And I'm happy they ain't let it happen to Garden, and they did what they had to do, but. It is stressful because I do feel like this is a time where they need to go to Cat, and I'm feeling like he's the odd man out, and I just don't know if they're meshing together, but I feel like they will pull it together at some point coming down the stretch, and we're gonna go right. It's just about getting hot at the right time.
Right, absolutely, and I think, like I said, I think the team is deep. Diawara is showing great promise. He's stepping up, showing great promise. Alvarado, again, still doing what he's there for. There to play defense in the backcourt.
He do be doing too much sometimes.
He do be doing too much sometimes.
Sometimes.
But I do think we have a deep team, and we will be a problem in the playoffs. But again, these highs sometimes a little bit too high, and we ride that wave, and we're like, the Knicks is this, and then when they go but their lows, their values, oh my gosh, it's
and we be getting smoked. Like Detroit beat us up, and I'm like, damn, bro, like what's going on? What's going on? I don't know.
Rough.
And I think we lost to Boston too, right? Or we beat Boston?
No, we beat Boston.
Okay.
A dream scenario is. Come playoff time, Detroit shows their
true colors.
True colors and or lack of experience, and they don't make it out of the first or second round, and then we make it out of the East. I'm not saying that we can't beat Detroit because we beat Detroit last year. I think Detroit, again, they circle They circle on the calendar when they play the Knicks, and they using that as motivation. But if we don't see them in the playoffs, and if we happen to see, and if the Spurs, because the Spurs are playing great. If we happen to see the Spurs in the finals, then
that'd be crazy.
Then I'm buying my shirt, I'm buying my hat ahead of time. But too many things need to fall into place for that to happen. So I'm going to enjoy the games as they go along, but my expectations are not as high as they were at the beginning of the season.
I dig it. Fair enough.
It sucks, but I refuse to be stressed out.
Nah, it's for our mental health, and mental health is important around here. It's very important. Got to take care of your mental health. Got to. But somebody else that's taking care of his health and looks like he's about to come back into gear is Jayson Tatum. There's rumors that he's trying to make a comeback and help his team make that finals push again. Is there any chance you think Jayson Tatum is playing this year?
There's a good possibility. The Celtics, if the Celtics were playing like how I expected them to play, I didn't expect them to be the number 2 seed, competing and everything. I'd have just said, shut him down, wait till next season. If he gets healthy enough, he will play.
Yeah.
Even if it's April 15th, the very last day of the regular season.
Yeah.
He will come back and play, and that will make the most sense. If he's healthy and if he feels like he can do it, I think it'll take about a game or two for him to get his legs back under him, and I think they can make a serious splash over in Boston.
Do you think it's even worth it him playing? Like, let's say he comes back and then, which I could have a crystal ball and know he might get spanked by the Knicks if they ever meet up, but he come back, they get beat. Do you think he rushed it back, or you think they say put the blame on him and say, oh, we was doing our thing, we ain't need him? What you think?
The only person that can answer that question is Jayson Tatum. Do I think that he should if he's able? Yes. And that is because his team is number 2. So that means that the team they have a fighting chance of winning a chip. They have a fighting chance of making it out the East. If he feels he's able, the only person that can answer that is Jayson Tatum. And if I'm him and I'm looking at the standings and at the end of the season, he can run, he can jump, he can shoot with no issues, and he feels ready, I'll say go for it. If they were the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, or 10th seed, I'd have been like, just sit down, don't worry about it.
Chill out, yeah.
Like, you just chill out. But no, if they are where they are and they still have this momentum, I would. If I'm him and I feel like I could, I would hop back in.
You would give it a go.
Yeah, definitely.
It go both ways, because there's people that's gonna say, oh, he wanted to sit out, he didn't want to help his team, so if he don't play, they look at him as he's soft. If he do play, they get mad at him. So it's like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So, hey, if you healthy, bro, come get this work from the New York Knicks whenever you're ready.
That's why I say the only person that can answer that is Jayson Tatum, because he would have to block out all that noise.
Yeah, facts.
And do what he feels is best for the team and best for himself.
But let's round out that top 4 with the Cavs, because they're around there. They one of them teams that kind of ran us out the gym. Not too bad, because I feel like we did have a fighting chance in that game, but they beat the Knicks as well. And how you feeling about them with the whole top 4 in the East with the addition of James Harden?
Even though they beat the Knicks and they went on a good little run once Harden joined the team, I still am skeptical. I'm sorry. I think Donovan just came back, or Donovan is out right now, or Harden just came back with a hand injury or something of the sorts. So again, it is what it is. I know people put the Cavs up there because of James Harden and thing, but again, this is no shade to James Harden, but he hasn't won the big one, so I don't put that much stock into him being there and changing the game for the Cavs. Donovan Mitchell hasn't been there. So again, I'm not putting that much stock in them two being together. I need to see it happen. All right. So again, it's a new ensemble. They got to make it work together. Regular season basketball is totally different from playoff basketball. So yeah. I'm
I
sorry.
100% agree with that. 100%.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree anymore. Only because it's coming from this perspective of is James Harden. Like the fact it didn't work out in Philly, I give him a bly with Brooklyn because that was just a situation in itself. But in Philly, and granted he had Joel Embiid with him, but he couldn't make it work everywhere he been. So it's like he had him and Kawhi. They were supposed to be this dynamic duo, and they couldn't get it done. So now he just goes to Cleveland, and he right back with another dynamic duo.
Didn't work in Philly. Didn't work in LA. Didn't work in OKC. Didn't work in where else? I feel like he's been on 10 teams right now. Yeah, keep it going. Like,
he got the rainbow jersey.
And again, this is no knock on his talent. Homeboy is a problem, but
Facts.
I can't put him on that pedestal if the win isn't there yet. And it's not like he's been on any, and it's not like he's been on bum teams. He's been paired up with some superstars, and it still has not worked out.
That's a fact. He just don't got it, and I'm not believing in that Cavs team. I'm really not. Like, I know when we played them the other day, I know that we were in that game for most of it. Yes, they had the lead, but we was just a few shots away from really being in this game. Few missed shots, and it goes back to our inconsistency. Like, we gonna start hitting those shots because we get the good looks and it's continuous, but we just have to start hitting those shots, and we're gonna take over these teams. I'm not stressed.
Absolutely, yeah. One of the biggest, like one of the saddest things to watch is our schemes will get people open. We just haven't hit no shots. I think 5 of the losses that we've had, if we would have hit shots, open shots, our record would have been 10 times better. But it is what it is.
It's a make or miss league at the end of the day, and we know that.
I'm not getting excited.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm going to rally you back, bro. I'm going to rally you back. But we got to take it out west. You think the Thunder could really hold on to this thing and keep it going? Or you think at some point they run out of gas?
I don't think so. I think they had the blueprint from last year and they carried it over. The team is amazing. They play their offense is great and their defense is better. That is a recipe for success. Again, I know they kind of slowed down from the beginning of the season, but still they're still number one in the West. Nobody's taking them nobody's taking them at the top of the mountain. So listen, they got it done. I can't say, wait till the playoffs. Playoffs was a different. Listen, they won the championship last year.
They won the playoffs already.
They don't have to prove anything more to the paying audience. Every other team has to prove that they can knock them off the top of the mountain. And I still stand by that.
So let me ask you a question, though. You don't feel like with the inconsistencies in their lineups, granted, they're still number one, they're still killing, but you don't think that catches up with them at some point in the season where Jalen Williams and SGA ain't get enough time together, or this one been out the lineup, that one been out the lineup. You don't think that catches up with them at some point?
I think we will see the effects of that come playoff time. Come playoff time, I think we'll see the effects of that. And I think the one team, there's multiple teams, but the one team that can expose that is San Antonio. San Antonio has been little brother in them all season. So that's the one team that can expose that. But again, like I said, they won the chip, and everyone else has to prove themselves to them.
To be the man, you got to beat the man, right?
Hey, woo!
Woo! That's it, man. I mean, we got Steph Curry still out for the Warriors. They're not really looking in the most favorable position right now. You think they should shut him down for the rest of the year?
I'd say if he's not back in 2 weeks, definitely shut him down for the rest of the year. Golden State isn't going anywhere.
So what do you think the future is with Steph Curry? You think he stays in Golden State? You think he tries to leave, chase down another ring?
That's all. I'm sorry to echo the same thing, but that's all up to Steph Curry. Golden State Warriors, they cannot trade, look to release, nothing of the sort when it comes to Steph. Steph got them that new arena.
So he stays.
Steph Curry is the Golden State Warriors. I'm sorry. There's very few people where the player represents the entire team, or the entire team is behind the entire player. Steph Curry is that guy. Golden State owes him everything. So that decision wouldn't come from the team. It'll strictly come from him and how much he feels he has left in the tank and how much more he wants to prove.
Do you feel Draymond is that not untouchable?
No. They hit it with Draymond Green. But no, Draymond Green is a pivotal part of that team. He's just too much of a
bonehead.
Too much, a bonehead, a rockhead, too much of a just unpredictable. And I feel like, and I think the time has passed. There was a point where they could have gotten some serious value for him, and I think that time has passed. So he just might be stuck with the team because ain't no other team is really gonna give too much for him. He's still, again, I'm not knocking his talent and what he does on the floor. He does, he's great, but yeah, he is a little bit more expendable than Stephen Curry.
I hear that. Yeah, I think. I dare say I don't think he did next year. I think they really just start that process like, hey, let's wrap this up. Let's see what we could get for bro and kind of keep rebuilding this thing because they can't keep him, Steve Kerr, and Steph Curry. Can't keep the three of them.
No.
Got to start bringing that thing up somehow and start looking to the future.
Right.
Have to. But another team that we got to talk about looking to the future is the LA Lakers. Still around that mid-tier team level, looking like the Raptors, but Bron's still putting up his numbers, give you about 20 a game. Luka is still doing Luka things. What's this team's real potential? Where do you really feel like they stand in the mix of all of this?
It's hard to see it's hard to see what they can be, what they will be, and it's unfortunate is because the blockers on the team is LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, the full potential of that team cannot be viewed until LeBron decides that he's had enough and he's did enough and he's done enough, and he leaves the team. And listen, LeBron is great, but I don't know if that mixture is working out, specifically with Luka and everyone on there. And I don't know what they can be because that blockage is right there. And again, this is no knock on LeBron and what he's done, but yeah. What do you feel?
I don't know. Like I look at the situation like Bron's still giving you numbers, Luka's still giving you numbers, and it comes back to that dynamic duo thing where it's only one ball, so it's like we just trading baskets, and it's like who's going to step up and be that alpha when they need that alpha? Like, you coming down the stretch, you need a bucket, who you going to? And I know Bron would love to defer, but sometimes he hurts the team more than he helps the team. I feel like.
That's the point. That's the point. Exactly.
It's tough, bro. I don't know. Like, there's rumors, he should go back to Cleveland. He should do this. I think, as to take one out of your page out of your book, it'll be up to Bron.
It'll be up to Bron. It'll be up to Bron. He could go to Utah Jazz if he wants to, and finish his career there. But yeah, it'll be up to Bron. I don't know. Something on paper, it looks like this should be a dominant team. They should be number one or two in the West. But it's not. LeBron is 41 years old. Mm-hmm. Father time, you can't defeat that.
I do think a lot of these teams is tanking though. Not tanking. I mean, I'm sorry. So I say tanking. I mean, I think they coasting to the playoffs because I feel like you have your Denvers. I feel like you have your Minnesotas all trying to figure it out, all trying to stay consistent, but they still at that mid-tier level, still trying to figure out what they got. And I feel like when it's playoff time, you're going to see this thing crank up with intensity and go to the next level. But as the Knicks should be doing, wink, wink, if y'all listening to this, get yourselves right from now because it's March. So we going into April. We want to go into the playoffs right. So I do fear you. I mean, not fear. Like, Denver's always my team in the West. That's always been who I stood. I still think they're a very dangerous squad. They have a lot to figure out. Figure out. They
do have a lot to figure out. But Denver's been on a skid lately. And again, you would like to. Again, they have the talent. They have Jokic. They have a top two, top three player, and yeah, you would think, but you're right. The intensity for a lot of teams seem to have died down, especially right now. I don't know if it's after All-Star kind of get, trying to get themselves together, hangover, trying to get themselves together. But yeah, you do see a lot of teams just coasting, and you see the top teams really pushing to think San Antonio, OKC. They're still pushing hard, trying to get the best seed in, trying to dominate in their conference and show this is who we are. Houston, they're number 3. They're gonna figure it out. They gotta figure out exactly. They gotta figure out their identity and who they are and what they're gonna be going into the playoffs. And when you go over to the East side, like I said, Detroit is Detroit. They have a chip on their shoulders.
I think that candle burns out though. I'm betting on it. Not even on the bias, but I'm betting on it. I feel like that candle is gonna burn out eventually.
I feel like we've gotten to the point where that candle is what it is. I would have personally, I felt that way prior to All-Star Weekend. I was like, by All-Star Weekend, they're gonna be down by it. They're gonna be in 3rd seed, 4th seed. This isn't sustainable. They have proven me wrong.
Okay.
They have proven me wrong. Boston has surprised the crap out of me. All right. Jaylen Brown is playing with a bunch of role players, and he has them at number 2.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
And we gotta give respect to them.
You gotta give respect to that team.
I'm not losing hope that OG and Bridges can clamp him up again.
Again, when it comes to the playoffs, I think we'll knock them out again, even if Jayson Tatum comes back, because they still don't have the same team that they had last year. Nah. All right, and I'm looking forward to seeing them in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. The Cavs, again, they just had a little resurgence with the sign of James Harden, but again, that still needs to be proven.
Yeah.
And you got a team like Toronto that's just there. I think from Toronto down, they just every other team is just there.
Everybody's just trying to play for stats.
They're trying to play for stats and fill those stadiums past April.
Still a business, so make it competitive.
Yeah, still a business. Yeah, absolutely.
Nah. But the last thing we got to talk about, since it's a business, I'm going to just ask you flat out this question. Do you think the NBA is going to find a way to circumvent tanking? Do you think it's ever going to work?
I would hope so. Mm-hmm. I would hope so. Tanking is soft. Tanking is it's not fun. And you know what? It really sucks for the fan bases of these teams that are choosing this route. All right. And then they wonder why attendance is down and wonder why revenue is down and all that stuff, because nobody wants to come see a team where they just know that they're going to lose. I do believe that there are processes in place. I believe Adam Silver is working to push a few things for next season to prevent tanking. And again, it needs to stop. We grew up in an era where, good or bad, everyone competed. Everybody competed, and we just needed, and again, everything was exciting. But now, there's a situation where, and again, people are tanking, and I feel like I feel like the draft has been mediocre.
Facts.
There hasn't been
this year. They said they got the Boozer kid, one of the Boozer boys.
Okay.
Coming out of Duke. He's supposed to be. He's not. They keep saying he's not a generational talent, but he's good.
But he's good. Okay.
So it's like, yeah, we win that sweepstakes, but you're still not going to see these people develop for another 3-4 years. So it's like I'm losing all these games now just to kind of not know what I'm going to get in 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't know why this is. I don't know why this is a mindset, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't get it. I just think they should just. They can't do away with the draft somehow, but somehow they just got to make this thing more competitive and just kick it off and just do what they got to do, man.
Kick it off, do what they got to do. Find a way to penalize these teams that are outright tanking, and again, make the draft more linear, make it more even out for the bottom 10 teams or any of the sorts. And I think I heard someplace where they said they should compete for the number one, for the number one draft or what have you.
I mean, hey, That might not be too bad.
Listen, that'll be exciting.
You know, they need some competition.
Anything that pushes competition, I feel, is great for any sport, whether it's basketball, football, baseball. Anything that pushes competition is a great thing.
Yeah, that'll be real good for basketball in the sense that these guys can really go at it, and we can get something exciting, and we can see some good stuff. But
yeah,
I mean, in the meantime, I think that's gonna do it for us. Another episode of Shootaround Sessions Podcast with me, your host Tawasi C, and my man
Andy B. You know how it is.
You know how it is, man. Stay locked in with us. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok, and we catch you on the next one. Peace.